The Time I Got Drunk. I have no idea what happened. Hi, my book peeps. It is Courtney here. Let me ask you a question. What happened to summer? I have no idea what happened. It is August still, barely, but it's still August and it feels a bit like fall. Something is not computing. But luckily, I have all my books to keep me company, okay? So make sure you find comfort in what you need, okay? So I'm here for the August wrap-up, and for August, I participated in 4 readathons, and I read a total of 8 books, okay? So for the first readathon is Arc August, that is hosted by the Book Hermit, that's Laura and a few other co-hosts. I managed to get to 1 arc, but you know what? I'm in there. I got to ODB, Oddities, Discord, and B-Sides. That's quite a title, right? Anyway, that is a graphic novel I found on NetGalley, and it was in the honor of Master Extraordinaire from the Wu-Tang Clan, ODB, okay? It's basically a celebration of New York and all the culture from the different boroughs, past, present, and future, and it's kind of reimagined with a bunch of different elements. Very, very interesting. Definitely worth checking out. Another arc that I read from NetGalley is The Secret History of the Rape Kits, a true crime story, which was very, very enlightening and interesting and thought-provoking. Very, very good book. I highly recommend people check it out. I do have a dedicated video for that. And then I participated in Garbogust 3D to be exact. And you got this nifty right here, a bingo card. So I just kind of read the books throughout the month and mix and match what I felt was garbage based off of Criminale. He's the mastermind behind this readathon, as well as like a whole slew of other hosts. And did I get a bingo? I did not. But I had a good time. I just plugged and played, okay? And then the other readathons I participated in was Ping Pongathon, that is hosted by Crystal at Bond Book Reviews. And it was a total of 9 prompts with some penalties. And I hit up 8 of those. That's based off of page count. And then you had Battleathon, the House Trials, and I was House of Wings. That is hosted by Mel Lenore Reads, and that is based off of ratings, okay? So let's talk about those books that I read. Okay, so one of the books is The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, okay? Now that is a cute fantasy rom-com book. I'd call it cozy, except there's some yummy graphic sex scenes and some violence. So you have this woman named Cinnamon. So she had a few drinks and then she goes looking for cheese. I guess that's her favorite food or something. And then she stumbles upon this demon that is hurt. So after she saves him and then finds out he's a demon, she learns some untruths, you know, if you will, about this whole kingdom she lives in and the leader. So then she reluctantly goes on like this quest or adventure with him to free and save the kingdom. But I loved all the demon types that were talked about in this book. I loved all the southern, like Louisiana vibes with the crawfish and the bayou type stuff, the magic that was expressed in the books. And there was this like epic, like kind of like a Game of Thrones scene in the book as well, with the dragon flying overhead. I don't want to give it away, but it was really, really good. I liked that a lot. I thought the book was fast-paced, maybe a little bit too quick. I wouldn't mind to slow it down a bit so I can like absorb the situation, but it was still a good time and I enjoyed it. I just thought that it was predictable, but good time, definitely worth checking out. Another book I read was Lady Chatterley's Lover. That's a classic I've heard many things about over the last, I don't know, years of my life. It's been made into a movie. Apparently it's on like the banned book list. Indecency and Immorality. I think that if it was published today, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but just check it out. I have a dedicated video if you're interested in checking out about Lady Chatterley's Lovers. Short little video. Uzumaki. Is that right? Anyway, this is a Japanese manga by Junji Ito. Now, I read a few of his books in a dedicated video about a month or so back, and this book did not come through from the library, but now they're coming through. It's about a small Japanese town that's cursed with all things spirals that just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and consumes any and everything and everybody, and you know, it's horror. By the way, the term Uzumaki means whirlpool, vortex, or spiral. I looked that one up. But it's black and white, although you have right here a little color. But no, it is a black and white all the way. It's creepy, it's gory, and very intricately detailed. Very, very good illustrations. I enjoyed it. I just did not like the kind of abstract ending, but worth a good time. And then I had a definitely trash book here, right? This one's called Mutant Superhero Zombie Killing Disco Cheerleaders from Outer Space with Uzis. Say that 5 times, okay? But this book is like a B movie, maybe even a C movie. I'll give it that. I don't know how those ratings get set. But anyway, it's a horror sci-fi book that's set in like the 1970s small town in Arkansas, where you have this weird, slimy purple rain that oozes down and causes the dead to rise, and they want to eat your brains. But then you have some mutated cheerleaders that ready to kick some butt. Just a really funny, gory time with lots of decapitations and some brain eating. You can just imagine a movie set, right? But I like the superpowers that the cheerleaders had. I thought that was really cool. I like the one person that fights with their hair. Girl power. But it's a really good time. It's short. It's like under 200 pages. So if you don't take it serious, you'll definitely enjoy it. And then another book, actually I read a duology. Now anybody that knows me knows that I have issues when it comes to series, but I read this duology, which was really cool. It is a romantasy that's called Heavy is the Head. Basically you have this kingdom that's run by royalty that's cursed to be dragon shifters, right? So due to this curse, the kingdom decides to forbid magic by anyone except the royalty, because they just think that, you know, magic is too dangerous for the average everyday person to wield. So then you have the prince, the brother, his name is Makai, and a sister, her name is BC, and they start battling over who's going to be the head of the kingdom. Now BC, she has some tricks up her sleeve, and those tricks can pretty much destroy everyone. Meanwhile, you have Makai, who falls in love with this commoner girl named Kala, who wants to sit on the council and protect the interests of the common folk, because she thinks that the elite are all corrupt individuals. And then all of this chaos ensues when, you know, Kala finds magic and then this witch gets involved. I think this has the makings for a really great epic fantasy. It had a good plot, and I really like the spin on African kingdoms. You also have a really strong female lead who also shows a vulnerable side as well as her toughness, and I like she's willing to stand up for what she believes in despite, you know, all the consequences. I love the sibling rivalry and the twists and the bloody battles and all the magical elements. You also have a lot of political intrigue, and you know, it's romantasy, so you have some sexy time up in there, and you have a queer representation. I did think Makai, you know, that's the prince, I did think he was a bit of a crybaby, and actually I think there was a whole lot of crying throughout the book, which I didn't expect. But another element that was included that I liked was there was counseling services for people, and you don't normally see that in fantasy. But one thing I will say about the book that I did not like is that I thought it was too fast paced, like extremely fast paced. But overall, it was a good story and I was happy that I read it. And that is all the books that I read in the month of August. It's just been a busy month, and September is looking to be pretty busy as well. So it's all about quality instead of quantity. So anyway, let me get out of here, go find me some water and hydrate in this looking like fall August. Anyway, let me know what's the best book that you read this month, and if you read any of these books that I discussed. Okay, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.